Good morning once again, class. So yesterday we learnt about the literary sources and the archaeological sources from which we get to know about the Mauryan Empire. Now in today's class we are going to learn about the three major kings. First of all, the founder of the Mauryan Empire, Chandragupta Maurya. Open up to page number 45. Chandragupta Maurya was the founder of the Mauryan Empire. Not much is known about his childhood. According to a legend, he had been dismissed from the service of Nandas, who ruled before him. He met Kautilya at Takshila. Kautilya, who later became famous as Chanakya, was the son of a Brahmin. Kautilya too was wronged by the Nandas. He therefore joined hands with Chandragupta to destroy the Nanda dynasty. Now, after a long series of battles with Chandragupta, the Nanda capital at Patliputra fell. They were defeated. The Nandas were defeated. This led to the emergence of a new dynasty, the Mauryan dynasty, with Chandragupta Maurya as the emperor. So he was the first emperor of the Mauryan dynasty. Now, Alexander, the Greek ruler, had conquered many states in the northwestern part of India. After his death, his territories in the Indian subcontinent were taken over by Chandragupta Maurya. Now, Alexander, when he returned, he appointed a general to look after his territories, but then they were weak and Chandragupta Maurya succeeded in winning over these territories. Now, with the help of Chanakya, he embarked on the consolidation process of his empire. So, whatever territories he had won here and there, he started uniting, consolidating these territories into one major kingdom. Now, in 305 BC, India was again attacked by Seleucus, a former general under Alexander. Chandragupta defeated Seleucus. According to the treaty signed with Seleucus, Chandragupta got Kabul, Kandahar, Herat and Baluchistan from the Greek commander. Seleucus gave his daughter Helen in marriage to Chandragupta. After this victory, Chandragupta appointed Pushyagupta as the governor of his northwestern province, and he proceeded to the south and captured some territories there. Now children, I don't know how far this story is true, but it is said that it is Helen who brought this fashion of wearing saris to India. Before that, the ladies in India, be it the royal ladies or the people en masse, they wore a different garment. But sari has been credited to Helen. Now, Chandragupta's empire extended from Kabul and Kandahar in the northwest to Mysore in the south, and from Bengal in the east to Saurashtra in the west. According to the Jain tradition, after ruling for 24 years, he renounced the world. He handed over the kingdom to his son Bindu. Now, Chandragupta Maurya was a Jain follower. Now, later on, when we see his descendant Ashok, he followed Buddhism. Now, let us first learn about Bindu. Bindu succeeded his father Chandragupta Maurya. Underline that. The Greek historian Athanasius calls him a slayer of foes. Slayer means a killer. Foes are enemies. He conquered many parts of South India after defeating 16 rulers. So during his rule, he faced a revolt in Takshila, which was quelled by his second son Ashok. At that time, he was the governor over there. Bindu maintained friendly relations with the rulers of Greece. Now, they did not have to fear anybody else, because most of, come to this map on page number 46, most of the Indian territories were already under their rule. It was only Culling, which you see over here, which they were not able to defeat during the times of Bindu, though they had been trying again and again. But it was Ashok, his second son, who succeeded in conquering Culling. Now, Ashok had an elder brother whose mother was a princess, was a Kshatriya royal princess, and Though it says Ashok succeeded to the throne, but how did he? he was not appointed the king by his father or by others. He managed to, or he killed all his half brothers except the one which except his real brother, whom he encouraged to become a Buddhist monk. Now Susimas was the elder brother or the eldest son of Bindusar, who was the heir apparent or the crown prince. He was to succeed Bindusar, but Ashok was very ambitious and he killed him. Not him, but other, it is said. I don't know again how far it is true. We are talking about 300 BC. So what all records that we have cannot be fully relied upon. Now, so he killed almost all his brothers and he succeeded to the throne. So Ashok was violence was nothing new to him, to the sense that he killed his own brothers. On ascending the throne, Ashok took the title of Devnam Priya. So he was very vain, in fact, the beloved of the gods. He called himself the beloved of the gods and Priyadarshi, the beautiful one. So he did not stop at killing his brothers. He called himself, he gave these two titles to himself, Devnam Priya and Priyadarshi. So, beginning of Ashok was not something very nice. He was not a nice person. Somebody imagine, though it is said that the rulers, generally the Hindu rulers, if they were ambitious and they wanted to ascend the throne, they did not kill their fathers or their brothers or their half brothers. They dethroned them and put them away in prisons and all. But Ashok over here, history has record of this, that he killed all his half brothers. Now Culling War. The major turning point in Ashok's life was the Culling War. After ascending the throne, Ashok fought the famous Culling War. According to Megasthenes, the Greek historian at the court of Chandragupta Maurya, the ruler of Culling had a powerful army conspiring infantry, cavalry and elephants. I told you before only that from the times of Bindusar they had been trying to capture Culling but never succeeded. Ashok faced tough resistance. According to the Rock Edict 13, both sides suffered losses, but people of Culling suffered the most. Though Ashok won the war, it had far-reaching consequences for him and his empire. So the entire history, the Mauryan dynasty, history for Mauryan dynasty changed from there. Now let us see the consequences of Culling War, the results. It is important, please write important. The Culling War had a profound effect on the policies and personality of Ashoka. From the times of Culling War, the policies which the Mauryan dynasty were following changed. First is the death and destruction caused by the Culling War brought about a great change in the personal and political life of Ashok. He abandoned the policy of conquest by force. Behri Ghosh, it was not just conquering kingdoms. You now know that he also killed his brothers. An ambition of victory in all directions, that is Digvijay, and embraced the policy of religion, that is Dhamma Ghosh. So he did away with Behri Ghosh and Digvijay and adopted Dhamma Ghosh. Second is Culling changed Ashok's personal life. He stopped hunting and eating meat and abandoned the life of luxury. So Ashok may have already felt guilty about ascending the throne in such a violent manner, and when this Culling War happened, he realized that this was not good. Now Ashok declared Buddhism as the state religion. Now remember, his grandfather was a Jain, and now Ashok turned to Buddhism, and we have already seen earlier that how the Rock Edicts over there, which is translated by James Prinsep, says over there that the sacrifice of animals during religious rituals was prohibited, and even for eating, just the required number of animals were being killed. The prisoners of war were used for agricultural work rather than them doing away with their life in some dungeons and all. These people were put to work, and most probably they were given their freedom also. It resulted in an increase in production and brought about economic prosperity in his empire. So these are 4 important things. Then, on account of abandonment of war, there was a decline in military preparedness and efficiency. Now see children, this is another major factor to which plays an important role in the decline of the Mauryan Empire. A kingdom where the army is not ready, how long will they keep on? If the soldiers are not trained, they do not have enough ammunition and arms, and they are not in the state of preparedness, then one day or the other they will be conquered by others. They will be taken up as weak. So maybe had Ashoka kept his army or his military preparedness at the same level as at his welfare state, then maybe things would have been different. But then he gave up on war altogether. Then children, we come to extent of Ashok's empire. Over here I have already shown you this map on page number 46. So the entire shaded portion that you see was under the Mauryan Empire during Ashok's time. After his victory at Culling, Ashok's empire extended from Hindu Kush in the northwest to river Pennar in the south. It also included some parts of Nepal in the north and Kabul, Herat and Kandahar provinces outside the present boundary of India. So if you will look at the map closely, you have Kandahar over here, and these are some of the territories of Nepal which he had conquered. Then we go to river Pennar, is not given over there if I am not mistaken, so it must be somewhere here. And then you have Culling over here. So, and then you have to the northeast, it comes to Patliputra and Magadh. Now in this video we'll only study till here. In the next video we'll start with Mauryan administration. So I want you to give these particular topics a thorough reading, maybe 2-3 times, and see if you have understood everything or not. If there's anything which you have not understood, please mark it or note it down, and we will discuss it again when the school reopens. Thank you.